Alright, so this is Satisfactory. It's a wonderful game made by Coffee Stain Studios, same people that made Goat Simulator back in the day. A completely different game. This one is, of course, about building a factory, and it feels satisfying to make one. It really is. It's weird, so let's get into it. The long short of it, what this game is to go get a base material from this beautiful world they created that, honestly, I put on the level of No Man's Sky. It's just pretty to look at. It's fun to walk around, fun to explore in a lot of different biomes, and it's a big world. But the way the game works is you go and find some kind of deposit, whether it's ore, copper, or whatever it is, and you can either harvest it by hand, which you have to do in the middle or in the early game, and then eventually you can get miners, and then you can get conveyor belts that'll automate them to wherever your base is. Just the longer you play this game, the more conveyor belts you're going to have. They're going to be just a giant, not just this mess of things, right? It's fun. It kind of, gets your OCD working. You can start putting them in straight lines. And honestly, that's half the fun, is trying to get your OCD, get all those wires. You see electrician boxes where they're all lined up and straight and cornered. And that's what this game is. That's why it's so fun. But they go from the miners to constructors, where they make some kind of basic material. I've had a lot of fun trying to find ways to make that the most efficient, where I can expand, and that's just really got my brain working. I have absolutely adored this game. And then from there, they go into constructors, and they become more complex machines, and then they go on and from there to assemblers and manufacturers, and who knows what else when they add later tiers. To transport these materials, you have the conveyor belts, you have tractors, you have trains, just a lot of different things to kind of get your materials where they need to go. These materials also aren't kind of all found in one area. You have to kind of explore and fight off animals sometimes and little weird alien creatures out there. And what's really appealing about this game for me is I like stations. I like going from one thing to the next and trying to find out like a web graph of what is the most efficient, what gets it there the fastest, what looks the best. And I have spent probably 150 hours playing this, and I've probably spent not that long, but a decent amount of time just off the game, maybe at work or at home or whatever I'm doing. I'm just trying to figure out, how can I make this better? How can I make this lined up? And I have written up diagrams. I know people that have gotten algebra skills out to find out, okay, if this produces this much, how can we do it here? And it just really, for certain people anyway, it captivates you, and you want to run through and just make the best thing you can. And it's also kind of therapeutic in a way. I really find it relaxing just to kind of walk around the world and see my machines working, getting everything lined up. It's just a good old time. It's not terribly difficult. There is no end game other than just unlocking the tiers. It really is the journey. It's not about the destination. I've been playing this for probably 150 hours now, and I have loved every minute of it. And I'll probably end up ripping it all down and doing it all over again and trying to find a way to do it better. And that's really what this game is about. But that is the gist of the game. It's definitely not a game for everyone, but it should be. If you have a PC, especially if you have a solid one, you'll definitely need it. This game can melt your PC if you get enough stuff going. You can probably see how my factory here is pretty laid out, pretty complex, and it's not melted mine yet, but I'm sure we'll get there. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoy it, and I really hope you guys check it out. You're missing out if you're not. Have a great day.